Hey guys, it's Sarah here with New England Junk Journals. Today I am going to be working on prompt 23, which is dyed. So let me start out by showing you what was in the kit for today, or for this prompt. I have everything cut out and inked. I did print on the back of this, but we have this lovely folding tag. We have a beautiful piece with all of our colors. Now these are the colors that Debbie used to design this kit. We have a fussy cut paint box, another little swatch card, an empty swatch card, and then we have here our labels. Okay, so we have warm vanilla, Stillwater Blue, mist gray, pale sage, and burnt umber. Now, these are the colors that I am going to try to replicate today, because what I would love to do is make this swatch card with a variety of textiles. I would like to try to hand mix these colors with my watercolors that I have here. And then I would like to use them to dye a variety of things. Now, I'm not sure all of these are going to work, which is why I brought over an assortment. Today, I'm going to put all of these back except for this color palette here and this piece, just so I can have it as a reference. I don't even know if you can see that. Okay, maybe like that, so we can still kind of see. Now I've got some options here. I'm not sure how good these options are. I don't think we'll need that actually. That's just metallics. And I think pretty much most of these are metallics. So I'll also just swatch to see if that impacts the look of the fabric at all. So the first one that I want to try out is the warm vanilla. I do also have these paints that I may need to use as well. So let me set them aside, get some water on my brush, and have a little think as to how I'm going to mix these. I can bring over a little brown here from this palette. And let's see if I just mix it with, it's close. It's close. Question is, do I just keep adding water? Or do I try to add some white? I think I'm going to try to add some white and see what that does. Oh, that may be it. Can you guys see that? So next is to take a piece of ribbon trim And I'm gonna just use this silicone mat. Let's see if I put a little bit here and then add some water. Let's get the other side as well. There's the brown. Add a little bit of white. I mean, I don't know if you can see in the dish, but it's looking pretty warm vanilla-ish to me. There we go. Yeah, I should have mixed up more to cover the entire piece. And have to set them aside, but if I lay it next to it like that, I think that's very warm vanilla-y. Let's see, let me bring you closer just for a second. How do those colors look? I like it. All right, so I have this piece done. I'm gonna go ahead, set those aside to let them dry. And then we'll get started on the next color. All right, now we want to get started on the next color, which is Pale Sage. So, and I've cleaned out this so I can use this hopefully a little bit better. I have this, which I absolutely love. It is a metallic color though, so I may have to mix it with another green or maybe just embrace the metallicness of it. We'll see. I'm gonna set some down here. As much as we would like. Now, I just want to take a little bit and see where we're at. That's a little dark, definitely. Let's see if mixing it with a green like this will help out. Closer, definitely closer. I think I want to put in a little bit of white to get that kind of creamy base that the other one had. I just want to get what's on my brush off so that it can mix with everything. All right, and now we've got something like that. If you can see, it's a lot closer. So let us experiment. First, I want to go ahead with the ribbon like we did last time, and I may have to remix this. I will have to remix this again, but we'll see how it goes. Just want to put a little bit on here. And then maybe go in with some water to just spread it out. All of of that and it didn't get any on the other side. That was unfortunate. Let's see if we can pick it up and drag it through. There we go. All right, and I'm sure that'll permeate through. Okay, so what do we think of that? Tip you in closer again. That, I think, is a pretty nice match for our pale sage. All right, that's going to go over here to dry. All right, next up, I think is going to be the most challenging, and it is the Stillwater Blue. This color right here. I'm going to try to color match it, but I don't really have any of these colors in a blue. So I'm going to have to start on this side. C31, I think, is this one. So we're going to start out with this as a base and get a lot more water on there. Whoops. All right, I'm going to test this out. I need it to be, let's see, not lighter necessarily. I need it to be a little more grayer, I believe. Oh, is this a blue too? Oh, I bet this is the blue that I thought I was getting. Okay. So, let's try a little bit of this one mixed in here. Better, but not exactly what I'm looking for. Let's see. I need it like a little bit more gray. Okay. Almost. I think I'm almost there. Let's see. It's a bit of a long process. Okay, I think this is the color. You guys tell me what you think. I'll bring it closer to you. It's this one that's closest to here. I think that that's our color. So let's go ahead and get our pieces and try it out. All right, I think one of the things that I have learned is that these take on color better when they are slightly damp already. So I'm just going to put a little water on here to start the process. All right, so let us try this out. Fingers crossed. And I know this will probably Oh, hang on. Let me get you back down where we ought to be. There you go. Okay, right here. We're just going to try to saturate this and use some of that water to spread it out. Okay, it's definitely, okay. It's darker on this side. I don't know why. I got cheesecloth in there. Stillwater Blue, I think. It's still a little dark here. Let's knock it back a little bit. There we go. All right, I'm anxious to see how that is going to dry. Let me get set up for the next color. And we are going to look for this color right here, Burnt Umber. Which probably there's like a hack for it, like a vintage photo probably I could use, but I'm going to take a little bit of this copper as my base. And add that brown that we were using before. And see where we are. All right, this is giving us like a nice orangey color. But I want to get it back down into a more deep brown. Of course, I'm going to try to load up on this color because I don't want to have to try to remix it again. I'm going to try to get plenty on here. All right. It's a lot of pigment there. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that black, I believe. Yeah, it's black. Just to get it back into the deep brown color. And pull it away from the orange. There we go. Oh, that's much better. Okay. Now if we swatch it over here. Oh, guys, look. That's almost an exact match. That's so close. All right. Yep. That looks really good. Okay, good. So we've got that. And then I have one more color to mix, which is the Mist Gray. So let me get that set up. All right, I feel like this one, honestly, is going to be the easiest of all of them because it's just gray. So let's see if I load up a bunch of black and add some white. Theoretically, I should get gray, right? Let's see. And it should be pretty easy to replicate. What I'm going to do is I'm not going, well, let's see. Maybe first I will try a little bit of the white from my palette. Let's see what happens there. Still black so far. So let me take a little bit more from this palette. See if we can lighten this. Yes, I see some beautiful lightening. All right. What do we think? I think, this might sound weird, but I think it needs some blue, actually. So not only a little bit of white, but a little bit of blue to achieve the gray that I am really looking for. Let's see here. Oh, it's hard to see. Okay, let me back this up a little bit more. Yep, just a tiny bit more blue, and I think we have achieved our mist gray. I've got so much on here. I'm worried it's going to spill off the sides of this acrylic. All right. Get over there. What do we think? Pretty close? I think so. Well, let's check out how it's going to look on our fabrics. So here we are. We have all of our pieces drying out. Oh, that's Velcro. So we have our warm vanilla. We have our pale sage, Stillwater Blue, burnt umber, and mist gray. So we might not have an absolute exact match, but I think we are going to be pretty close. This one needs a little bit more lightening. The gray is going to be fine. So I will come back when these are all dry. All right, I know the lighting's changed a little bit. It's definitely way later in the day. I had to go and get supper ready, and everybody had supper. And now I'm back, and all our items are fully dry. I took my little sample card and this swatch, and I did glue a piece of paper in between them because I would like to use this as a flip in my journal because I want to be able to see both sides. All right, what I would like to do on this side, I do have a stamp that I think I would like to use, but I want to test it out first. I want to see how this comes out. It's pretty light. Not like this. All right. So we've got a little pattern on both sides here, and now I just have to figure out what I want to place on each one. So I know at the top, we're starting with the warm vanilla. So I definitely want a base to put my label on. Let's see. Don't really want it too clumpy. I want to spread it out a little bit. Something like that. Maybe take this top part that's poking up, take that off. Then I can add my flowers on here and my label. Now let's see if that's something that I can do with all of them. So warm vanilla, next is, I believe, the sage, and then the blue. Maybe I will have the lace for this one. This can go over. There we go. I could even do it in the opposite corner, maybe. Something like that. And blue. Come back to the cheesecloth. Just want to give enough clearance for my label, so I'm not covering it up too much. I like that. Okay. Next is the burnt umber. Something like that. And then I have the mist gray. This was the sketchiest of all of them when it was done. Let me see. All right, something like that. I might move these two slightly just so that we can cover the whole space. Something like that, guys. What do you think? All right, I'm going to try to then go ahead and glue them the way I think that would be best. All right, so I don't want this video to last forever, so I'm gonna try to quickly find a place for this to go. I think it might look good across from here. So I am going to go ahead and glue this in as a flap and then use some of this stuff, hopefully, for collage. And that should help to strengthen up this page as well. So I like how that came out here. Sorry. I've got all of these beautiful dyed pieces with my little labels on them, and then I have the color palette on the back for reference. There we go, just like that. I like it. And then this does not need much embellishing. Could possibly clip that in there. I might just want to add, let me see here. I think off camera, I'm gonna add this fussy cut here and a sentiment at least. And maybe some kind of a textural element to this. But I think we've spent quite a lot of time on this prompt. I really like it. I am gonna definitely keep this clipped shut so that it will dry flat. Thank you for joining me. I love how this came out. I had so much fun dyeing these with watercolors. So the next two prompts will come out together, and they are distressed and torn. That will be in one video. I thought I would be able to get all three of them done in one video, and yeah, oh boy, was I wrong. But that's okay. There's more fun to come, enjoying these prompts. If you like any of this digital ephemera, any of these pretty images, please go over to Debbie at Ink and Page and sign up for her junk journal January, where you will be able to get all of these digitals completely free, and you will have access to them like all through the year and beyond. So yeah, go ahead and send her some love. Let her know that I sent you that way. And until next time, guys, God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.